All right.
I hit record on the button.
You hit record on the button?
I hit record on the button.
Word. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Keeping It Short, episode 2. How you doing, Christian?
I'm doing. We watched a fun little movie.
We watched a fun little movie last night.
Movie.
I think that's something cool that we got to do. It's just a little like the three bros, actually, our friend came with us.
Two bros
Chilling
at
in
the
a movie
theater.
theater. Watching a movie, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. Yeah, awesome.
So what
segue?
What movie was that?
It was CocaineBear.
CocaineBear.
Kill me.
Kill you.
Yeah, like
bear
the
will kill you.
CocaineBear. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, first of all, I guess if you don't know what CocaineBear is, it's basically
It's a movie about a bear who gets on cocaine.
yeah, literally, it's about that.
Boom.
It's kind of it's based off a real story, but not really, because in the real story, the bear
didn't kill anyone.
he just ate cocaine and died.
Yeah.
But like in the movie, he just does more drug shenanigans and kills people, which was fun. I think we said
He
the movie
really likes it when people get killed in movies.
Yes. No. I just think that the movie was what I was expecting. A bad, schlocky, funny movie.
Oh, the effects were really rough.
I think I liked that. If it was really well done effects, I would probably
Be
like
more
it
mad
less.
that the writing was bad. Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
I think because it's a schlocky movie, kind of like I compare it to Snakes on a Plane, but it's a more lighthearted Snakes on a Plane because they take that movie way too seriously. But yeah,
For sure.
the movie stars Kerry Russell, Ray Liotta in one of his final roles, Rip the Man, Alden Ehrenreich, Christian Convery, Brooklyn Prince, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and more. This is a big cast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super big cast.
I think that's one thing we talked about in the film was that there were so many characters and they tried to flesh them out.
This movie is a phenomenon, too, because it's like picking up a lot of traction.
It's
because it's
our theater
called
was packed.
CocaineBear.
Yeah.
It's got to be why.
It was
Our theater was so packed that people stole our seats.
Yeah, because we were supposed to be in the back row and we were like on the front row. So
It was awful.
yeah. But it was cool.
I hate people who steal seats.
Yeah, someone who works at a theater, I was surprised because I was like, Ant-Man is going to get all the numbers. And it's CocaineBear.
No, it's
It was
CocaineBear.
all CocaineBear, which was super cool. But no, so I guess we just want to go into our overall thoughts on it, what we might change about it, and then just give a final rating.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'm down.
when you first watched the movie, what did you think about it?
Bad.
From the get-go.
Bad.
Bad?
Yeah, we got there and the acting was subpar for a lot of it.
I think most of the acting was pretty, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. It's okay.
There's
It's not like Darman level or anything.
no,
but it's
because
like,
I mean,
it's okay.
there's some great actors in there, but I think they definitely were like, "Hey, don't take it super seriously. It's a dumb movie
They were like, listen, you're running from a bear who just snorted a bunch of cocaine.
that loves Coke."
That loves Coke. The bear loved Coke.
It had like a tracker for Coke.
Yeah, it was like nom nom nom. It reminded me of King Shark. Whenever he's like nom noms, hungry, but it was just the bear and it was like Coke.
I think that was kind of cute though. That it was like it could be violent, but it was also very like silly, dumb. Like it was just a dumb bear walking around. It was so cute.
I liked the I'm trying to think of something that I liked.
The drug dealers.
Yeah, the drug dealers were fun. I wish we had more of them in the movie.
They were funny because they were just super relatable dude bros that just like had a cool friendship. And it was really just that what like that was it. And then there's like the one guy.
There's like 10 characters we have to focus on, right?
Yeah, well, I guess we could just go like character to character, see if we like it or not, and then just give her. So
Yeah.
yeah, the drug dealers. The main thing about that is like they're the ones who drop the coke.
Yeah.
And they have to go find it. And there's like the big boss,
Which is one of the drug dealers' dads.
yeah, he's the drug dealer like dad.
It's
and then
pretty funny.
His son is like this other drug dealer who basically doesn't want anything to do with.
Yeah, he's out of the business
His wife
because
died.
his wife died. Yeah, and he had a tattoo of John on his heart
Because the wife's name was
Yeah,
Joanne.
Joanne,
and it's
or
John.
yeah.
And then he had their friend, the like his best friend, who was a drug dealer too, and he kind of is just like a standard drug dealer doing the job, but he cares about his buddy. So
Yeah, and he had a white jersey that gets ruined in the movie.
and he's just like, I love this jersey.
Man, I love this jersey.
I love
Why
these
is it-
shoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and his shoes get wet. He has the worst time out of the entire cast, I
Because
think.
he gets his fingers blown off. Oh yeah, spoilers by the way.
Yeah, spoilers. If you haven't watched CocaineBear, don't go watch it.
But yeah, he gets like his fingers blown off. He basically gets dragged into doing a job where he just wants to leave. But he is the one who probably, because he's the one who probably has like the least stakes. He could leave. He literally is just a drug dealer. He doesn't have a family.
Yeah, he could have left at any point, but he's there because he's
money.
got an obligation.
Yeah.
And money. Well, I mean, I guess he probably would have been killed by his boss.
Yeah, and his friend, but he was basically their first buddy too, making him feel better and stuff. I like that because I really like the actor from Star Wars, the one who plays the son.
Yeah.
He's Han Solo in the Solo movie, and I thought he's a very good actor.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is fun to see him do just a goofy movie, and it's not the Goofy movie, but a Goofy movie.
We're gonna do an episode over the Goofy movie now.
I would love to do that.
I would love to do that. Yeah. So
they've been laughing since I can remember. I want Jason Marsden on that.
Oh man,
the
that'd
voice
be crazy.
of Max. That'd be so cool.
Okay, so we go through and we meet with another family. It's a mom and her daughter
who has
and her daughter's friend.
Because the mom and the daughter
Henry.
They pretty quickly show the daughter's name is Henry.
No, that's the son. That's the kid's
yeah.
name.
Yeah, that was cool.
Henry's the best.
Henry was a W
character.
He was fun.
Only good character.
Probably, yeah. Only character I generally thought was like really good throughout.
Yeah. Well, he got a lot of screen time. He was really funny. He did a great job, the actor.
Because the daughter, like, she was in and out. Because the whole thing about them was like she's chased by the bear. They have to go find her. Henry was just this really funny comedic character, which I knew could carry. I haven't seen the show Sweet Tooth yet, but he's the boy from Sweet Tooth.
Oh, Sweet Tooth is really good. I didn't even realize that he was the same kid. That's crazy.
Yeah,
he does a great job in that show too. The show's really great.
Okay, yeah, he's just really funny in this one. He's just.
I'd love to rewatch Sweet Tooth. We could totally do. We're thinking about doing
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, but we'd be doing like whole episodes over one season
by season. I feel like that just get us some. Like,
we do it with Sweet Tooth too. If you haven't seen it yet, I think it's 3 seasons.
I think we could do. That'd be a cool concept for us. Is that to help us tackle episodes and stuff. For movies, it's like an episode, but like for shows, it's just a series of like week to week by seasons, because that will give us, so you don't have to crunch everything into one episode.
Yeah, that'd be great. They'll probably end up being just full podcast episodes.
Yeah, those will all be full podcast episodes.
And speaking of full podcast episodes, we've been kind of in between doing stuff with midterms and stuff that have been coming up.
Midterms, D&D,
life stuff, D&D.
We will be doing a podcast episode on that movie. I feel
like
yes,
that's
cool.
Gonna have to happen. What I might do is we might try to mic up the whole party
and have them.
Yeah,
we go out as the night before, watch something, get the whole party in.
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
Like before we do a session, we just say, "Hey, let's record an episode."
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about doing. Is starting like maybe a podcasting thing where it's our D&D adventures. But that would be something to see if everybody would want to even watch that. That'd be like totally thrown out.
Yeah.
But for right now though, it's been very, very fun playing D&D and stuff, and I can't wait to jump into the movie and see what it's about. It seems pretty cool.
It looks cool.
But back to CocaineBear. Dang, we got a little happy there with what we were talking about.
And then we go back. Yeah, so it's like the family thing, which is literally everything we say is like...
Henry's the only good character out of those three.
Yeah. And with everything we say about the characters, it's basically what happens. Like, that's it. It's not super in-depth.
Yeah, nobody... Because it's a short
it's
movie.
It's an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half, and that means it's probably about an hour and 20 minutes of actual runtime. And... all the characters, there's like a cast of 10 people that we're trying to focus on, so it just was super aimless all the time.
The family, the
cop,
park ranger, the paramedics. I think were just in like
they're not even really. I'm not counting them as a cast.
It's the park ranger bit. The kids with the park ranger, like the gang.
So there's a little gang that's in the park with the park ranger,
and they're just like really just stealing stuff.
I personally, because the park ranger has like a boyfriend who's like like her boss.
So do we want to move into that? Okay, so we'll move into that. We're gonna we were talking about last night, where it was basically what would we do that what could we change to make the movie better?
I was still just going off of their whole overview and stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought because you were saying
but they have like a whole nother character there too.
Because there's like a nature
and he gets killed.
I think he was very in the trailers he was shown to be getting killed, but it was very set up as just he likes nature, talks about bears, and then gets killed. Yeah,
so they're like a package team, and then whenever he dies, she's with the gang,
and then she's with the paramedics,
and then she dies.
Dies? Question mark?
Yeah, I think she died.
I think she was bleeding out at the end.
Yeah, I think she's bleeding because they're a huge puddle of blood. And don't look at that.
She had her face scraped on the asphalt.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know, but it was funny how it happened though.
Oh yeah,
a little stretcher just. Woo.
Yeah, that was awesome. The paramedics were fun. I didn't mind them.
They were just there to have fun.
I like that it was a goofy movie, and I'm glad that the movie was like intentionally like made a lot of the kills very funny.
Yeah.
I think if they tried to take it too seriously, it would have been bad.
I think
but
they
like,
try to just fill in so much with the characters and make you care. But in the end, I'm just like, I really don't care about any of the characters. I just want to have fun.
I wanted more of like the scenes with the bear in the closet. Like that was the only movie that was the only part of the movie that got me like a little cheaper jeepers. I was like, ugh.
Because that was a little creepy.
Yeah, that was good. If there was more of that, like if they shot it at night, even like the entire movie at night, like I think it would have been better.
So you wanted to be more serious a little bit,
just a little bit more scary. I mean, the bear, because they try to balance this scary. Up there. Sorry. So the bear. They try to portray it as something scary, and it just doesn't come across.
I really wouldn't care for. I think that I like it to be super silly and everything. I would just want less characters with like a lot of screen time. I think if we had a lot of the characters, like the gang of kids, just be more like the paramedics, where they come in for like a scene or two, and they're just then be there to get like off.
And then we also have the two cops, and the dog. Like that's another 3 characters.
The 2 cops. The one cop was fun. He was cool with the little standoff.
He's good. I liked him.
The lady cop she was there with the dog, and her only thing was to betray them, and then literally 5 minutes later just drop the dog off. It was like, okay, well, in that case, we didn't need you.
And the betrayal was kind of out of nowhere. Like we had no time to set that up.
Yeah, it was like betrayed, and then she didn't do anything bad, and then I'm leaving, and then she left.
All the characters are in sets of 3s.
Oh yeah, isn't that because it's like
they always kept it at sets of 3s.
That's maybe why they let her leave. The 2 drug dealers, and then the kid.
Yeah,
and
so the 2 drug dealers have the dad.
And the dad.
And the cop. So whenever the dad's not there, the cop's there.
And then the kid was there, and then the kid ran off, and there's the dad and 2 drug dealers.
Yeah.
And then the girl, but then the girl left, so it's the 3 of them. And then the family's 3.
The park ranger has
the 2 kids.
The mom, her,
and
the guy, and then they find Henry, and the guy dies.
And it's them 3, but then they run off.
It's always in sets of 3s. It's weird.
It's like 2s contemporarily and then 3s.
Yeah, it tries to stay on the verge of 3 because then she goes and only 2 of the gang members are there.
It's them 3, and
then when they die and the paramedics get her. 3 again.
That's kind of cool.
That's weird.
That's a little Easter egg for us.
So they keep it into sets of 3s. I think that's the issue though. They had so many characters that they could keep them in sets of 3, and it was always new setups. It was always new characters. It felt like
everyone kind of like. Yeah, because for most of it was like they were in 3s, and then they're like, all right, this is getting a little tiresome. Let's change it.
And then they'll put them into 4s. Or like, I think they had 2 groups of 4, or maybe 3 groups.
It was the drug dealers were 4 for a second because they had the cop.
And then the drug dealers with the cop chick was a 4. Oh yeah, so both cops make the drug dealers have 2 groups.
Both 4 groups with that, and then also they were with the family for a second.
And the climax was what, 6 people?
6 people, and the 2 cub bears too.
Yeah, but it's definitely. They have so many characters. That was the issue.
I think that was the issue because I had a blast with it. I don't think it's a great movie, and I think the big thing was the characters.
Yeah, I think they had an opportunity to simplify a lot of that down, and I think that genuinely would have made the movie just a more easy and more fun thing to watch.
They could have really like you and me were saying that the natural person could have been the park ranger, and then you drop the gang of people to just being like one-off like kill characters, and then keep the one kid with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Henry.
No. The gang kid.
Oh yeah, the gang kid. Yeah, and he'd be the only gang member.
Only gang kid that really just like matters about lines and stuff. Get rid of the lady cop, and then have like the showdown with the dad or something.
Or have the lady cop like be an actual cop and then she gets killed in the standoff or something. Anything like that where she brings the dog.
Where she's not just a traitor and then doesn't do anything.
So my idea for the movie would be that the drug dealer who got out of the game, and instead of his wife dying, the mom's his wife or ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
They're different states apart, so they stay in their same areas.
Yeah.
Then the kids. I was thinking maybe both kids are just their kids.
Yeah, like siblings.
Or just keep the same kid dynamic. I don't really mind. The girl kind of needs to go missing for the quant to work.
Yeah.
So, and she's, it doesn't matter how good of an actor she is. She has barely any screen time. But they send her, but we get more screen time with the drug dealers and the family. We keep the other drug dealer and his dad. We keep them. And then his dad with his son, remove that, make it Henry.
Yep.
Boom, easy fix. And then Henry's there, and we make him go up in the woods.
The cop can still be there, like chasing them.
The cop would still be in there. The dog would still be in there.
If
the
anything,
park ranger would have been one person.
If anything, they should have had the cop with the park ranger.
Yeah.
And that'd be their little...
I think that would have been better. And then the park ranger, she doesn't get like commissioned immediately, but instead she is with the cop and there isn't that extra dude.
Yeah.
And then she dies whenever the dude does. So then we get way more family-oriented content and we get way more drug dealers and that cool dynamic because they had the best dynamic.
It'll feel very tight.
Where
the other one felt like they kind of rushed a lot, and at the end it was like, I get you guys aren't like bad drug dealer people, but I really don't see why you're like defending these people.
I can't get behind them being that turnaround. I think them being together, so the two drug dealers being together and him being like, yeah, my family, like they're in danger. We have like this is why we need to stop doing the drug thing, because they don't even know about the mom and stuff until the end part of the movie.
They literally just see them. They're like,
but
whoa,
if
whoa,
he
whoa.
saw her and was like, oh my god, it's my wife's here, yeah, then that would have been better, and then they could have had like a cool moment at the end. But like I said, I think that they kept making these characters. They're like, we need somebody funny who's a cop.
Yeah.
Cop, but we need a cop who also gets this part of the story going. Different cop. Oh, we also need a drug dealer. Boom, and another drug dealer. But what if he has a wife or something? Nah, let's try to convince him his wife's dead. Also, this single mom with her one kid. Like they just kept adding these archetypes that could have been put down into more characters. They could have made that script a lot tighter.
Yep.
They could have made the story a lot more interesting, and then they could have had a less CocaineBear.
No, keep the exact same amount.
I'm not saying less CocaineBear. I'm saying less silly CocaineBear.
Oh, okay.
Or less of the kill machine bear, because then we could make it to where it's not just constantly feeding for coke. Whenever it's getting high, it's a silly, funny bear, and then when it's coming down, it's like hunting for people who have cocaine.
Yeah, or the other way around, where it's like kind of loopy, searching for it, shenanigans, and then when it's high, it's feral or something.
Yeah, I'm cool with either or being kind of how it goes, because the bear is like at 180s like all the time. Like I would have preferred to understand when it's upset and when it's not.
Because sometimes it's like it should be upset and it's not. And
it wasn't like it was sporadic either. It was, if it thought that you had cocaine on it, it would just kill a bunch of people. So then why not make it to where like there is silly parts of the movie where the bear's like being weird and people are getting away from it because it's doing coke.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that would have just made the story better, and it would have made it an easier watch. They also probably would have saved a lot of money because they had a lot of actors that they paid, a lot of actors for this movie that really only needed like 4 people. But then our cast would cut down from 10 to like 6.
The kid, the mom, the kid, and the two kids and the mom.
That's one
3.
family, extra drug dealer, dad, cop, park ranger.
8.
It would have been.
Like,
it would have been
it's like 12.
And then the one gang member, and it would have cut down
like 15
2,
to like
3, like 4 or 5
It's
characters.
like 15
almost.
to like 9 people.
Yeah,
which sounds not like, or no, more like 16. You cut down.
There's just so many people.
Unnecessary bits.
It's so many people. There's so many characters I have to keep up with.
Yeah.
Like then we don't have a bunch of these like an A through like C plot or B plot. We just have an A and B plot. The cops, or it would be ABC plot. The family, the drug dealers, and the cops. That would be it.
But it wouldn't be like an A through F plot.
Yeah,
like
it was rough, man, because like they would keep cutting between all these characters that were all doing different things. Like the gang members, I think one of them being with the drug dealers.
Fine.
Easy way to make that 2 plots go into 1.
Comedic relief too, and all that.
Yeah, they just really spread thin this cast, and I think it would have greatly helped it if it just really focused in on what it was wanting to do.
Yeah, because I was really hyped for this movie, and I want to preface, I liked the movie. I thought I had a good time.
I didn't hate the movie or anything. I gave it like a 5, I think.
I think that's my same rating, like a 5, 5.5. But like, I do wish it was better for how much of a phenomenon it was becoming. And if it was that, I would have been like,
I genuinely think if they just had cut down the cast a little bit and tightened up that story, I would have liked it way more.
It would have been like one of like the best like quotations movie of the year.
Yeah, it would have been a phenomenon. It would have been a great movie. It's not an awful movie. No. It's just aimless.
It's aimless.
It kind of takes a story halfway through and kind of does it. Like, it's not the worst thing ever.
No.
But they're just using the notoriety of CocaineBear. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I would have really liked to see this a little bit tighter. But ultimately, like, I mean, it's making a lot of money back. It's definitely made its box office back, like probably a couple of times. It cost $35 million to make, which is crazy.
Had such a big opening weekend.
Yeah. It was a trip, man. And once it comes out on streaming services, I think people should watch it.
So I don't
think you should go watch it in theaters, though. It's kind of a fun movie to watch with friends. Like, that would be the move.
So hang out with friends. So I guess that's what my final question was going to be before we cut it off. Would you watch CocaineBear again?
I'd watch CocaineBear again if it was a couple friends and we were all sitting and just watching it.
Just to have a good time.
Yeah, like a pizza and maybe some 2 liters and stuff, and we just hang out one night and we just literally sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a dumb, fun movie that ultimately got its point across. There's a bear that did cocaine. Like, it's fun.
A bear that did cocaine.
But I mean, my ultimate rating would have to be like a 4 or 5.
I think mine's a 5.
It's a very aggressively average movie. It's nothing super awful. Yep. It's nothing super amazing. It's just a movie. It's like the movie ever. It's not like the best thing ever. It's not the worst thing ever. But I definitely think they had some real potential there. And honestly, I can't wait for Cocaine Elephant to come out, the sequel.
I can't wait for Cocaine Falcon.
Oh yeah. Cocaine Dog.
We're gonna give them ideas, and then we're gonna see on the news like in 2 weeks, being like they made so much money, they're coming out with Cocaine Elephant and
CocaineBear 2, and it's the Cubs, and they're still hooked on it. They make it a franchise, dude. Honestly,
it's the next Sharknado.
Honestly, it could get that notoriety.
As much as we're ragging on it, would we care to see that? Maybe, yeah.
Two bears instead of one.
CocaineBear
2.
CocaineBear 2, and it's the
two bears instead of one. Or no, what would it be? It would be like CocaineBear 2, double the trouble.
CocaineBear 2, bare fisted. CocaineBear 3.
Oh my god.
CocaineBear 3, bare necessities. Like, just keep.
They break into in this movie this summer. 2 bears break into a cocaine factory.
They just keep going to every state in America.
Dude, I'd be kind of cool with it. I mean, honestly,
CocaineBear 3, bears go wild.
We should do a Sharknado episode.
But that one, I would think
we'd have to watch all of them, and just because they're all like basically the same movies.
But with that one, I would just say put it all into one.
Oh yeah, all in one.
Yeah.
But I mean, those were our initial thoughts on CocaineBear. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not the best thing ever. I wish it was a little tighter. That's all. But I guess that was a keeping it short episode. This one was real short, 22 minutes.
Boom, keeping it short. That's how we do it.
Keeping it short.
Keep to the title, man.
Oh yeah. We'll be having a full episode come out. Next week or the week after, probably.
So if we're dropping this probably this week, next week or something.
Yeah. So then, hopefully we'll have one that's full, and we'll probably do an overview over something, maybe Sweet Tooth or something.
Sweet Tooth, BoJack. We'll plan it out.
Yeah. And if you guys would be interested in a podcast about us doing D&D and nerdy stuff, let us know. I mean, we would love to share that with you guys. If not, put some movie suggestions down below. Keep it real. Real deal. Doing little hand motions.
I'm not.
Oh.
Yes, I was. I'm lying. Real deal.
Real deal. Well, this was Keeping It Short.
Keeping it short.
I was Christian.
I'm Cooper.
And we are out of here.
Out.
Peace.